As part of our Maths Machine lesson, we will be programming using BASIC in class. Now you're not going to be able to do that at home, so we're going to do this in an alternate way, which will still cover some of the same ideas. So you need to go to the Scratch site. So if we're going to Google, search for Scratch, and click Scratch there. If you already have an account because you made one before the summer, then you can sign in. If you've forgotten your password, you go to sign in, you say need help, it will send it to your school email address. Alternatively, if you didn't already have an account, you can join Scratch, use your school email address, come up with the username, and it's very important that you write down that username and password. So first comes up the tutorials. We're going to close. We don't need the cat sprite, so we can just go down here and click the trash can icon there to delete it. So first thing we're going to do is make a new sprite. So we're going to go to Paint and get the box tool, just decide on a colour, and we're just going to draw a box there and then just move it so it goes and locks into the middle. We need the text tool, and we're going to need a colour that will stand out on that box. So I'm going to go with white, and I'm just going to put a plus inside there, click somewhere else, and then get hold of it, make it a little bit bigger and put it in the middle. So if we've done that, we can go back to code, we can move this to about here, and then we're going to start with our program. I'm just going to rename this one, let's call it add, so that we know the difference between any of our sprites later. So we're going to begin with the events. So when this sprite is clicked, and what we're going to do is create a simple calculator. So when someone clicks this sprite, it's going to ask for two numbers, then it will add them up and give them the answer. We're going to need to store our numbers as variables, so we'll set that up now. So go to variables, make a variable, so make sure it's on all sprites, and we're going to call that one A for answer. We're going to call the other one B, and we're going to call the last one C. So on our code, let's just move these out of the way, and we're going to hide them later. We're just going to keep them here for the time being for testing. So when this sprite is clicked, we're going to go to sensing, and we're going to ask, give me the first number. And wait. Now the answer that the user types in is called answer. What we're going to do with that, we're going to set our variable B to be the same as their answer. So I'll hopefully just explain what that does. If I click the flag, it will say give me your first number. So let's say we pick 8. B now becomes 8. So we're going to duplicate both of those. Give me the second number, and this time we're going to set C to that answer. Once we've done that, we can then go into looks. So we're going to start off with the say hello for 2 seconds. We're going to go into the operators, and we're going to need this one that says join. So in the join, first part of it, I'm going to put the answer is, and make sure you put a space at the end of that sentence. Then we can go back to our variables, and we're going to put A inside that, and we're going to put that inside the hello. So it will say the answer is A. At the moment though, the answer is not A, because we've just got two numbers stored in variables. So we're now going to take from our variables set A to, we're going to go back to the operators and we're going to take the plus operator. Back to the variables, we've got our two variables. B is the first number that our users typed in, C is the second number. So then we join those together, we put it on here, and then we can get our sprite to say the answer. So let's try that. So if we click the flag and then we click on plus, give me the first number. So let's go with 4. Give me the second number, let's go with 2. So our answer should go to 6 and it should display it up here. And there we go. So the next thing that you need to do, we're going to hide each of these variables. So we'll just go through there, look, and go untick A, B and C. So we're going to do the same thing again basically. So on this sprite, I'm going to right click and duplicate. I think if you're on a Mac, you hold down the command key and click, and that will give you the same menu. So we're going to change this one to minus. We're then going to go to its costume. We can click on this writing, we highlight it and put our minus sign in, and then try to just get that back to the middle. If we go to pointer tool and click on the outside box there, we can use a different colour. So we've got our next symbol, and then let's just move this one to here as well. I'm just going to stop that because it's now doing, it's using the old functions here. So we've got give me the first number and wait, set it to B. Now it's okay, we can set it to B because we won't be doing adding and subtracting at the same time, so we can use the same variables. Give me the second number, which will set to C. Again, this is the bit that we've got to change. We don't want to be adding when we're using the minus button, so let's throw that one away. Go back to the operators. So our answer is going to be B minus C. Let's just test that one out. So now we click on our box, give me the first number. So we'll do 10 take away 2. So 10, second number 2. So we should get our answer of 8. So I'm just going to stop the program there. So now you need to do the same thing again. You're going to duplicate this sprite. You're going to go to the costumes. You're going to change it to multiply. If you remember though, on a computer, the star, the asterisk, is the symbol for multiply. But a lot of people don't know that, so just use an X. For the divide, you will just have to use the divide symbol or put the word divide. You could do that instead. So you want a program that is going to add, subtract, multiply and divide.